Alrighty guys, welcome back for yet another video. Today we're actually going to be doing a vinyl wrap for my interior of my 2014 Toyota 86 ZN6 GT. I am honestly very excited. Today we've actually got a carbon fiber wrap. Obviously it's not on the table right now, it's actually still on the way, and it should be here in just a couple minutes. So I kind of thought I'd give you guys a little bit of a head start on, I guess a heads up more. Proper to say. A bit of a heads up on what we're actually going to be doing for the car, what parts. These here that I actually have here, which I will actually show you guys now, are what I'm starting with. I do plan to do my air vents on the sides of my car and perhaps my mirrors if we actually have enough time. But for now, I'm actually going to start simple. I think the first part I'm going to go for is this one here. This is for the dash. It actually comes next to this part here. You have a look there. If you're familiar with the 86 Barracuda ZFRS, you'll know what the dash looks like. I think this is probably the simplest part to start with, given that I actually haven't done much wrapping. Well, at least enough. I haven't done any on cars just yet. So I really kind of want to just figure it all out. Now, I don't actually have all of the right tools. So I've actually kind of just made myself a couple of tools here to kind of help out, I guess. I'm actually given to understand that the tool that you use is a squeegee. So I've kind of just made my own version of that by chucking 4 cards together, spacing them out appropriately, and I don't know, I think it should do the job. I don't have felt on the edge, so I'll definitely have to be quite careful, make sure I don't actually scratch my vinyl. I also do have alcohol wipes. These are pretty old and there is a good chance a couple of them will be dry, but hopefully there should be enough ones that are still good to go to help us out today. I definitely want to make sure that it is going to be that the surface is going to stick well to the vinyl so it lasts longer. Also, I've actually done quite a bit of research beforehand just to make sure that I kind of understand some of the techniques, and I'm likely to follow a couple YouTube videos while I make this to make sure I do a good job. I'm given to understand that the way I actually wrap it is very important so that heat over time doesn't make it contract back up. I will be trying to pull it around and then I'll cut it off neatly if I can on the inside, that way I can try and avoid that as much as I can. But anyway, I'll start off with this part right here. As you saw, this part will be coming second, because I think that's the second hardest. From there we'll probably get started on here, which is the front facade for the center console middle vents. From there it'll probably be my door handles, because I definitely want these to look great, and I think it complements it pretty well. If I've got more time after all of this, I will move on to my other 2 vents, and if I have enough material, I will move on to my mirrors. I don't actually know if it's going to be enough though. I ordered, I think, 100 centimeters by 1.5 meters, which is like 1 by 1.5. So hopefully that's enough. I'm sure it will be, given that these aren't the biggest parts, but I think we'll see after the bigger ones how much we will have left. Otherwise guys, hopefully you do enjoy this video. I'm still waiting on that wrap to arrive. I also have 2 little wide angle mirror pieces. They're like the circular ones. I'm going to put them on the corners of my actual mirrors. That way I have a better view of the back of my car, because I find that sometimes you just don't get enough of the bottom end of your car. So I think that wide angle will definitely help with parking. Not that I actually need it. I park perfectly fine, but sometimes it can be difficult. I find that, given that, I mean, the car isn't as low as I want it to, I'm planning on getting some BC coilovers, but I find that because my diffuser is actually quite a bit lower, because I actually have, obviously, the diffuser, then the diffuser lip, and the canards, it kind of makes it a little bit scary, especially when you're trying to back up and you've got those really high concrete parking blockers. So yeah, well, hopefully that does help me. So yeah, I guess let's just wait on that part and I'll be back with you shortly. So as it's turned out, I've waited an entire day for these packages to arrive. So yay me. I've got the wide angle mirrors now for those, and my vinyl wrap. So let's just get into it. Okay, so I've carefully removed a lot of it so that I can just slide it out, so I still have protective film. And it's actually looking really good. I'll kind of bring it closer here so you guys can actually see. Oh, it's got facial tracking on, so it's not gonna work. There you go. Yeah, it's looking really good. I'm really excited to chuck this on. So, I think when it comes to starting this thing off, probably most appropriate to start off with alcohol wipes. Just because, hey, look, I want to keep it all clean. Alrighty, so I'm still working at it on a bunch of them. It is unbelievably difficult to get this to work. I find that this specific vinyl has given me a little bit of trouble sometimes when it comes to actually sticking properly. But so far, this piece is actually coming out really well. This is my driver's side handle. And I'm so excited to see what these look like inside the car. We did have a couple issues when it came to this one. My dad actually came out to help on this one because honestly, I've had so many issues just on the edge here trying to get it to actually stick. And especially around these corners, it's a little bit finicky. But hey, we'll see how that goes. Fortunately enough, the other side panel, other front panel has come out beautifully, and I think this one's got a great standard for that front bit. But yeah, otherwise we'll see how it goes, and I'm definitely excited to see the final product. For me, one of the most satisfying parts about doing wraps is when you see something like this that is able to just pull in and come to this state. For me, it's just the coolest thing to see. I'm trying to do a clean job here, but there's a lot of material that I do have in here, so it might not be the cleanest. But our handles are finished. I've got them in the car. Once we're finished, I'll actually show you guys both of them installed. I'll show you everything installed. This one I'm still having issues with, but it's okay. That one I can always do later. I'm more focused on doing these now. There we go, looking beautiful. One thing I do need to make sure of when I'm doing this is that I actually cut open wherever I actually need to put through a screw. That way I'm not blocking that because yeah, we need those. There's a little bit that I still need to kind of clean up, but I'll probably do that in the coming minutes. Guys, I'll give you guys a little preview. So as you can actually see here, it isn't the cleanest job. Again, there are things that I definitely need to do to improve this. Let's see if I can do that to improve the... There you go, now you can actually see. But the front's looking great. Honestly, the front looks freaking fantastic, and I think it's really going to come out well. This is really going to improve the look of my car, and it's going to kind of go for the theme I'm trying to go for, that being the orange with carbon fiber. I really want to do that on my exterior as well, and I'm going to do my mirrors next. So anyway, make sure this is all cleaned up as it needs to be. The edges are looking pretty okay. See if I can just smooth them out a little bit. So the areas where the clips are, that's where it's kind of getting a bit bumpy. Mostly because of the fact that I had to cut in that area, so it's not the same piece. But hey, you know what? This is actually looking fine. I'm going to start installing this again, and we'll see how it looks. So it's all good, looking great. I've cleaned it up quite a bit. There are a few things I can probably fix a little bit, but hey, just push that piece in. But hey, you know what? I think it'll be fine. Let's give it an install and see how it goes. Okay, so now I've secured the boot on with the 4 screws. Now it's just moving on to my traction control and stability control buttons. Okay, all is to be installed, so now I just need to slide it back here, push down on the front portion there, and the back. And we're in. Now we have to do is grab this beautiful stock shifter knob, twist that on as tight as we can probably get it. Holy shit, this thread lasts ages. There we go. And push the boot back down. Damn, this is looking great. Holy shit. Hey guys, let me know what you guys think about, you know, if I kind of play in between using my mobile phone, the stuff I do on Snapchat or Instagram, and the videos. Because honestly, you know, sometimes it's a little bit easier to film, like with my phone or something. Stuff I tend to put on Snapchat or Instagram. But anyway, what I'm doing currently is I'm actually just cleaning up, kind of prepping my mirrors, which is what these are, by the way. My mirror caps. Just that way the vinyl is going to stick to it really well. Which is important. Obviously we don't want it to have any issues, so just give it a good wipe. And we're good. They're actually really dirty. It's interesting. So anyway, I'm going to let that dry and get to work on it. So, I don't actually think I'm going to need that much vinyl, which is kind of a good thing. It means I'm not wasting, but quote-unquote not going to waste any. So I'm just going to size it up, leaving about 1 inch or 2 around it. You know what, I think this is actually going to work just as is. So, it is waterproof if you were wondering, so don't worry, you know, everything's going to be alright. Okay. Yeah, we're going to be great. This one should be easy to install. He said mistakenly. Where's my card? Oh. I find that using my fingers actually kind of works best for me. Again, that's only because I don't actually have the proper equipment. I find that using the cards can kind of scratch it a bit, and I don't want that, so yeah, I'm kind of just resorting to my own ways. And hey, I mean, it's working quite well, so whatever. Yeah, just kind of get them nice and hot. That way I can really drag it over. Look at that. So you guys probably saw it's taken me a little bit of a while. We've had a couple issues that came up frequently. And there's one spot at the top, but eventually we got it right. So now all I gotta do is kind of just shove it in to the inside, and then trim it, and we're good. Okay guys, that's finally been finished. Look how great that looks. There is admittedly a little bubble on top here in the corner. On the next one I really want to try and get around that. It is strangely difficult. This one little piece has so many curves around it, but it looks so simple. I don't know how it got bubbles in places where I went out of my way not to have bubbles. But anyway, this is what it looks, guys. I am excited to put it on the car, but first, I just want to do the other one. I'm kind of going to reference this one to make sure I kind of get them the same. But hey, we'll see how it goes. So these are famously difficult for me to put on. Well, not famously, but they are a bit difficult because that extra wrap is a bit of a challenge. I'm not going to lie. There we go. Ooh. Oh, this is looking really good. I think it's on. Oh, yes. Oh, this looks really good. Damn, boy. Oh, this is a sad part. Look at that. Damn, there's a little bubble there. But hey, it's looking really good. Alright guys, it is the next day and I've got the 8.6 out here in the driveway ready to show off to you guys. I'm aware that there's a little bit of stuff that I couldn't actually show off, so I tried to show you guys what I showed on my social media pages. Feel free to follow me there. It's at Thebuildof86. I'll post a lot of stuff there, including John's photography. But yeah, let me show you guys what I've done. So, what we've got here, we've got my carbon fiber wrap mirrors. All of this is going to be a glossed carbon fiber finish. I honestly think it looks really good. It was surprisingly difficult to do, given that it is a pretty basic shape. Yeah, it was really surprising how challenging it was. I still have a couple little bubbles there, which honestly, I am not very happy about, but hey, shit happens, and it'll do for now. It'll do for now. Anyway, I've actually chucked these on as well, which is the wide angle, kind of like extra mirror here. It's going to help me park a little bit better, because honestly, sometimes when there's a little bit of a bigger block in the parking spots, I'm a little bit scared for my diffuser. So that'll hopefully come in handy. Moving on, we've actually got my interior, which is obviously where most of the stuff happened. I am very happy with it. There are a couple things I still want to do. Anyway, let me just show you guys what we've got here. I'll try and pick up my ISO here. That way you can actually see. Let's open up the door. Ooh, okay, so what do we got? Start off with, we have my door handles. These have actually come out really well. I found that putting most of these parts in, when you push them back in, wherever you actually pulled over the wrap around the edge, it sometimes picks up a little bit and causes a little bit of a ripple. But hey, you know what? That's what happens when you want to get fake carbon fiber. Here's the dash. Again, I honestly think it came out really well. There are some areas in this particular part that I have stated multiple times is the part that I want to fix up, because as you can see here, there's a little bit of a bubble going on. Around these edges was a little bit difficult. I'm actually thinking, if you can actually see, there's like a gray area back here because I've got an aftermarket system on here. So what my plan actually is, I'm actually going to take that and I'm going to put carbon fiber behind it. I think that'll actually blend it a lot better and just make the finish look a lot cleaner. Next up we got this. This was not wrapped, but I did put this on a couple days ago just to kind of just fit with the theme I'm going for. I don't want to wrap any of these panels or anything. I just kind of want to keep it clean. Coming down, we've actually got my the plastic around the boot. This is my favorite piece. I think it came out the best, and it just looks amazing. Really adds a good level of contrast. Anyways guys, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. Again, as I say, please do leave suggestions down below for more things that I can do to the 86. I think it's coming along really well. As I said, I am absolutely loving the carbon fiber. I think it does a really good job of adding contrast to the car, given that I'm trying to go for a clean look, but I want to have some carbon fiber accents. I've always wanted to do that. And I really want to do that on the exterior too, as much as I can. Well, as much as it looks good. But yeah, I'll leave you guys with a cinematic, and hopefully you guys did enjoy the video, and I'll see you in the next one.
You got the devil in your eyes. You went and took me by surprise. Say what you wanna say, I won't go back. If you wanna hit the road, then let's go then. Let's just go and see the world and just show them what it really means to live life golden. Yeah, we're golden, baby girl, we're golden. They're about to see it shine, 'cause we're golden.